Coming up next on Sledhead 24/7, AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by RAM Trucks. Rewind and review a historic snowcross season and go behind the scenes with the world's greatest snowcross race teams. Discover how the racers' dreams endured in the battle to be number one. Later, what does it take to dream up, create, and build the one-of-a-kind extreme snowcross tracks? Tag along with the world-class crew of extreme engineers, the Snocross Ops Crew. We'll unveil the latest edition of the epic Amsoil Dominator race. The winner still takes 10 grand home, but there's a new twist in 2021. It's Pro Class vs Pro-lite. Are you ready? Sledhead 24/7, behind the scenes at Snocross, starts now.
Finally on the road to the first race of the year. It's like January 6th or 7th today, and normally our first race is Thanksgiving weekend. You know, the unfortunate thing is, can't have any spectators because of the COVID rules by Minnesota. We're ready to go racing.
Watch the outside, the shearing speed sport sleds trying to come around, and on the very outside, it looks like it'll be one of the shearing sleds grabbing the stud boy hole shot.
Look at that, though, and his teammate going right along with him, so you've got the tandem of shearing speed sport sleds up front.
Black flag because the clutch cover came off his sled. He will not get a repeat win this round. And from disaster in the previous round to the top step this round, Elias Isholo wins at Elk River.
I feel great. Multis is usually are good for one race because in there, when I cut the palms open, yeah, rip apart.
Hey guys, Logan Christian here for round 7 and 8 in Fargo, North Dakota. Feeling good. The track is breaking up really nicely. It's cold out there, so it kind of sucks for the fans, but as a rider, it's perfect temperatures. The track isn't too icy, so it's getting that sugary snow.
And there is the takeoff. We may have had a jump on the start. Looked like maybe Theo Poirier left a little bit early. We'll have to see if he gets the frilled up black flag. But right now, Lorenz has got the stud boy hole shot. And then here is Lorenz trying to hang on to the lead, but he's getting pressured from behind. He'll jet away a little bit. Look at that traffic jam there. Lorenz looking super comfortable and super fast. He'll work his way through the whoops here in front of the grandstands, through the U.S. Air Force flyaway. And for the first time this year, Nicholas Lorenz lights the flames in Deadwood as he wins in Pro-lite.
Holy cow, can you believe it?
Woo! Good race, man. Great job, man. Congrats. Good job, man. Great job.
I knew it.
I love it so much. Great job.
Oh my God, I'm on cloud 9 right now. I couldn't be any more happy. I mean, our crew's been busting their ass all year, and to finally get one that pays off, it's just like huge weight off my shoulders. Like, this is my first one that I consider I won, and my last one last year was kind of handed to me, so this means a lot. I've never felt this good in my life.
Wow, this is unbelievable. I mean, guys have worked so hard, and with the new motor, we knew the power was there, and we've had the guys from Roseau, the guys from the race department, and my crew have worked relentlessly to get this buggy running the way that it ran today. And Nick going 1-1-1, hopefully that's just the beginning of a great rest of the season.
Great drop down, it looks like from Hunter Patno coming from the left-hand side. And the stud boy hole shot will go to one of the shearing speed sport sleds as they power their way down into the skidoo turn. Lincoln Lemieux with the advantage, and it looks like Ischel sneaking up by everybody now and jumping up into the number 2 position. Get bogged down in some of the soft stuff in the Polaris corner, and Logan trying to square up the skidoo turn, gets the run on the inside. I think he might have surprised Lemieux. Lemieux returns the favor as they come over the U.S. Air Force flyaway, but then Logan battles back around the outside of the Ram turn, and Christian will grab the number 2 spot. He's on to the final straightaway over the auction block rhythm section. Once again, the Viking Rocket kicks the flames up and kicks up a little no-footer action as he wins the AMSOIL Pro Final here in Fargo.
Well, it was a good run. Just wish I could have got by the 13 earlier in the race to get, you know, maybe not let that 200 pull away so far, but it was a good race. It's always good to be on the podium.
Light him up here. Blast off Pro-lite final on track here in Dubuque. Who will grab the stud boy hole shot? Looks like it might be on the far outside. One of the Lavallee Red Bull Polaris sleds getting her done as they come down toward the AMSOIL finish line.
Seconds off what happened early on.
And there's the flames. Then the win goes to Theo Poirier as he gets his first Pro-lite final victory of the season.
Pretty good. That was a tough race. Really rough track and not the best visibility, but got it done. Second place. Can't complain.
The Pro Final launches off into the FXR turn. Who will grab the stud boy hole shot?
Here comes Ischel.
Right up behind Oscar Norm, almost launched onto the back end of him. Now they'll battle their way through that tough Arctic Cat rhythm section. And Ischel right to the edge of the track surface.
Boy, you talk about sketchy. That was sketchy the way he went through that part of the racetrack.
There's Francis Pelletier, who has recovered for the 5th spot, and he's going hard. Oh, and we've got a huge off here at the AMSOIL finish line jump. Oh, wow. We've got the sled crossed up, and now we've got a couple of riders down for Kyle Pelini. So Elias Ischel, he likes it when the tracks are rough and tumble, and he will master it tonight here in Dubuque as Elias Ischel wins round 4 at the Tyson Snocross National, presented by Quick Trip.
That was a good one.
Good job, buddy.
Did you see the corner?
Yeah, I was screaming. I was right up there.
I wanted to do it again, but I never
so
felt good about it. Man, I'm just gonna have to get really creative and work the edges, and that's what I tried to do, and paid off. I felt great out there. It was gnarly, but it was so much fun. Dude, that was. I'm seriously, I'm just pumped to check the corner.
I was the only one. No, everyone was like,
Nobody knew?
Dazed, and I was like,
I looked at it, like, I know it's there.
I watched you. I was like, oh wow, he's setting up like super wide, and then you like just. What?
I was glad Cole was out of the way. I was kind of scared because I was like, well, don't land on him. But we were ready for Deadwood. I always get along with that track, so I'm excited to get this little break, get recouped, and get going again.
Still ahead on Sledhead 24/7. Meet the Extreme Team that dreams up and builds the one-of-a-kind snowcross racetracks. But first, the latest news on engine protection.
Hey, Jeff Fisher here. We're in the garage today giving our Ram a little love. The folks at AMSOIL sent us some severe gear. What this is, we're going to change the lube in our rear differential. Being we're towing, we're using these things to their full potential. And AMSOIL sent us severe gear in their Easy Pack, which makes it so cool to be able to get it into places. You're not fighting a big bottle. You can kind of flex it around, squeeze it. It just fills with ease. On the newer Rams, you have to pull the rear pumpkin off, and it is a reusable gasket on the newer Rams. Some of the older ones have actual drain plugs on the side. So do go through a service manual or Google to check out, somebody has some kind of a tutorial on how to do it. Make sure you got a big enough pan to hold, to hold what's in your differential too. The key benefits for the AMSOIL severe gear is if you're towing, or a lot of you guys that are putting taller tires or bigger tires on your truck, puts more strain on the drivetrain. That's where severe gear can come in. Its high velocity, shear stable synthetic base oils are beefy additives and are engineered for maximum protection in severe towing and terrain. AMSOIL severe gear actually puts an iron sulfide barrier coating on the gear surfaces. What this does is it's a defense against wear, pitting, and scoring on those differential gears. Because when you're towing, there's a lot of pressure on those gears. So the AMSOIL severe gear is going to protect against that. It's less mess, less waste, no more busted up knuckles trying to get that bottle up in there. Normally with the old plastic bottles, it was so hard to get up in there. You're squeezing and trying to get it in. You always had leftover you couldn't use. This Easy Pack, pour it in, toss it away. So after you got everything picked up, everything tightened up, go take the truck for a drive, go underneath it again, check, make sure you don't have any leaks. AMSOIL severe gear, quick, fast, and easy. So for more information on the severe gear and all the other great products AMSOIL has, go to amsoil.com.
Sledhead 24/7 on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Air Force, Aim High, by AMSOIL, Runs on Frito, by FXR, celebrating 25 years of speed, by Rocks, track, trail, or tree line, ride with Rocks, and by Ziegler Cat, exceptional service backing the best equipment.
To stage a world-class live event, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Imagine the job description. Create and build the extreme one-of-a-kind snowcross tracks.
They're definitely long. And some of the stuff we do doesn't even stop. Like when we get done at the track, we'll go out and we have to get more tools or some extra supplies, but the skidsters pretty much do 90% of the work with us, with what we do. And units, they hold a lot of stuff that we use to haul around the track, and they just speed things up quite a bit. So they're big help. We get to take our time, set it up. The only pressure is like when it's live, we got, an accident on the track or something, you gotta get a crash taken care of or a tow in a timely manner, stuff like that. Just meeting new people and getting out and traveling, it's, pretty all-around good gig, so I enjoy it.
At each snowcross event, you'll see the haulers. These haulers drive long hours to get from one race to another. They put in thousands of miles from driving in snowstorms, rain, wind, and all kinds of conditions. Groomers operate before the sun comes up, long before riders and crew members are at the track. They operate not typical to what a ski hill groomer sees. They're busy creating some wicked whoop and huge jumps. They can't afford a breakdown and need AMSOIL protection to maintain peak performance in the most extreme conditions.
I am the track designer, and I build and maintain every single track. These groomers, we have to rely on them a lot. Maintenance on them, we maintain them every single week. We get them off the trailer, we pack them up, we go through them, look them all over, make sure nothing's broken on them. And these are main things for snowcross. Snowcross doesn't have these groomers, snowcross doesn't have them. These caskets run hard. These aren't typical, these are ski hill groomers, but they don't run like a ski hill groomer. We do stuff that ski hill groomers don't even do. They don't even think about doing. and with AMSOIL, they have our back with all of our products, grease, oil, hydraulic oil, all the good stuff like that.
What's next for the ops crew? Tear it down and get ready to build another track. The show must go on.
We're here at the RAM TRUCKS Snocross National presented by Quick Trip and Nielsen Enterprises, and Eagle River Dodge was kind enough to bring out an entire fleet. I had the 2500 tradesmen here in Victory Blue, and when it comes to giving you confidence and dependability even in the toughest conditions, and here in Wisconsin we know a thing or two about tough conditions, RAM TRUCKS, they deliver. Let's take a look inside the cab at a few of my favorite features. So comfortable, so much room here. It's a quiet cab, smooth ride. When you're behind the wheel, you're feeling invincible. So when it comes to picking the right truck for the job that'll help you maximize your productivity, be sure to stop by, chat with the kind folks at Eagle River Dodge. They can answer all your questions. Again, we're here at the RAM TRUCKS Snocross National, presented by Quick Trip and Nielsen Enterprises.
When you take part in a historic snowcross season, how you get there is the journey. 16 races at 8 compelling race venues, and our Ram Laramie has been pulling the load across America. From Minnesota to the Dakotas and the Northwoods of Wisconsin, Ram was the home base with pulling power, comfort, and makes pulling a trailer or putting sleds on a sled deck so much easier.
Ram road trips, we're always pulling something. I don't think I've done a trip in the last 10 years without pulling a trailer of some sorts. From just a 2-place trailer, open trailer, to our big 6-place enclosed. And we get up into the mountains where their diesel power is very, very noticeable. We can get up, pull through the mountains effortlessly, gets us to our chutes, and that's really important. You know, some of my best trips, our Ram road trips, are going to our sneak peeks, because that's where we get to see next year's model before anybody else. And that's pretty cool to be able to be a handful of enthusiasts and media that get a chance to do that. You know, I can hardly wait for next season. We're packing up the Ram and we're going on some road trips. But we also have some watercross racing too to do this summer.
Wow, Big Fish makes it look easy and fun. Sure, he's an expert, and that's why Fish gives the Ram a Sledhead 24/7 season-tested seal of approval. Looking to learn more about Ram Truck Power? Log on to ramtrucks.com. Still ahead, who's the world's greatest snowcross racer? The answer to that question was to get to the final weekend of racing.
And the AMSOIL Pro Final is on. It is a wholesale rush as they head down to the U.S. Air Force Flyaway. Hunter Patnode will get the stud boy hole shot. Kyle Pauline to the outside. Top qualifier Francis Peltier on the inside now, challenging Patnode for the lead. Outside, here he comes, and they're almost 4 wide for the lead. Here comes Pauline to the inside, and all the way on the bottom. That is Trent Whitwer as they go bombing into the FXR turn. Catching up to him. Meanwhile, Ischel's catching up to Peltier. There's a look at the interval between second and third with a minute left before the 2-to-go signal comes out. Elias washed down into the soft snow at the top of the berm there. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. We call him Senor Smiley. He is going to have the biggest smile in this house tonight. Kyle Pauline wins the AMSOIL Pro Final.
I was scared before the race. I'm not gonna lie. I told Jake Yerk, I'm like, this is the one time I wish they would have groomed, but like, I don't know. Racing never ceases to amaze me. I've been doing this almost 20 years, and like, it doesn't matter how you feel. Like, it doesn't determine how you're gonna finish. Like, I was not gelling with the track all day, and man, to come out here and get my first win in 6 years, like, it's crazy. I never thought it was gonna happen here. So, Man, that's sweet.
That guy, we don't even worry about him.
Did I go up there early?
What were you waiting for?
Well, I thought it was time to go.
Did you wear a watch? Your kid bought you a watch not that long ago.
6:15. 6:15.
5:56.
Better fix that watch.
Or get your glasses out.
Maybe that one quit.
No, that's
Mine
brand
says
new batteries.
5:56.
Mine says 5:57, just like that clock.
See, you don't worry about that guy.
Just wanted to make sure he was on time.
Who set your watch for you?
I don't know how the hell that got again.
That step off is huge. Like it's falling.
Yeah.
It's really
That's why you have to triple so you can step over it.
triple, double.
A lot of them are kids. Yeah.
15 sleds charge their way up into the skidoo turn. Let's see who can grab the stud boy hole shot. And as they work their way down the straightaway, we've got contact between the leaders, and it's the Arctic Cat that jumps out in front for Jacob Muir. Line jump, and here comes the Viking rocket. He will come off the Polaris turn, and once again, Ali as usual is on top here at ERX Motor Park. He wins the AMSOIL Pro-lite final.
You know, good ending to a rough day, that's for sure. We struggled all day. I struggled all day.
Put it all together, kid.
Yeah. So
Hunter's just a little banged up, but he's all right.
he's good. Okay, good. Almost landed right on the sled.
Huh?
Almost landed right on this sled. Cause I pulled the yellow was gone.
For the Pro-lite racers onto the track here in Eagle River, cranking off the inside. Riley Bester will grab the hole shot, drifting up in front of Samuel Bluen, but here comes Nick Lorenz. Lorenz coming from the inside, and he will take the lead bar to bar here through the end of the Nielsen Enterprises rhythm section, and Bester's going to come away with the top spot. Run that up to the inside, and here comes Kern, and all of a sudden it's a three-way dance for the race league. They battle their way down toward the Polaris turn, and the U.S. Air Force flyaway. Kern changing lanes, bar-to-bar contact coming through that section. Lorenz takes the lead. It's going to come down to the final corner and the run over the RAM triple to the AMSOIL finish line. Here comes Kern. Does he have enough to get him? No! The win will go to Nick Lorenz by one sled length.
Yeah, doggy! Touchdown, bro.
Awesome, man. That was a great ride. Great ride. How you feeling, buddy? Oh, dude, I couldn't feel any better. Coming off this wrist injury and being up here on the number one, just feels like it's where I should be.
Pro-lite charges down toward the Arctic Cat corner 5, almost 6 wide in spots as they will power around, and one sled goes off the track. Riley Bester shooting out there with the stud boy hole shot. So Riley Bester will ramp around off the inside of the Polaris turn. Kern off the outside. He's in hot pursuit of the leader. Riley Bester continuing to eke out of maybe another 10 to 2/10 of a second per lap. Could we see a replay of what happened 1 round to go? Bester was leading up until the final couple of laps, then he got caught and passed. Last night, it was Nick Lorenz that did it. AMSOIL finish line jump. Closing in, and he barrels his way into that Arctic Cat corner. Almost hits the back end of Bester. They are going to be absolutely nose to tail through the yellow flag zone. And here comes Kurt. He's within 2 sled lights off the Polaris turn. Here they come down to the Ram Trucks finish line. Drag race to the AMSOIL checkered flag, and the win goes to Riley Bester by 3 sled lengths over Travis Kurt.
Thank you. Oh my gosh! It was good, man. Just got a decent start. Had to hold off my buddy Andy, but yeah, I just got it done. Can't be more thankful for everyone at Christian Brothers and Arcat making this happen. It's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I pulled the whole shot and I was just like, okay, I got the whole shot again 2 nights in a row in the final, and I was just like, okay, I just need to run a clean race tonight and just stay focused, and that's what I did. I tried not to worry about anything else in the track, and it paid off, man. I was having fun out there.
When Sledhead 24/7 returns, the AMSOIL Dominator Pro vs Pro-lite is on the line. Who takes home 10 grand tonight?
Sledhead 24/7 on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AMSOIL. Runs on freedom. By Polaris. Think outside. By Ram Trucks. Motor Trend Truck of the Year for the 3rd year in a row. And by Stud Boy. Traction with an attitude.
Now going into the final round for the AMSOIL Dominator, a little update, we did not end up having an LCQ for that Pro-lite class, so everyone advanced from the qualifying. But something interesting is these riders don't necessarily race in daylight during our normal season. So it'll be interesting to see how they do racing in the daylight. This ends up switching the visors that they wear, the lenses for the goggles, but also with that being said, it's windy, it's cold out, the roost is hard. So getting out front and getting that hole shot will be a huge advantage to avoid that.
And here we go, the battle for 10 grand begins with Adam Peterson grabbing the Stud Boy hole shot. The Judnick teammates, one off the side of the track. That might have been Nick Lorenz in the U.S. Air Force flyaway as the rest of the pack charges through it at the front of the field. Peterson working to the outside and down on the inside. That is one of the MK Motorsports sleds. It's either going to be Evan Dowd or Evan Christian, but look at Elias Ischel already tearing his way through, making it 3 wide as he goes for the lead here before lap 1 is even completed. End of lap number 1. Oh, and another rider with a huge off. That may have been one of the Lavallee sleds. Oh, and Kyle, out of shape, and Kyle's off the sled down in the infield.
In the 3rd place position, Emil Har has found his way up.
Oh, and Ischel crashes right in the middle of the skidoo rhythm section. Ischel falling out of contention here in the Dominator, and a Pro-lite rider, Adam Peterson, now has the race lead. 2 to go this time. 2 laps around this legendary track here at Eagle River to decide who goes home with 10 grand. Take it down and take it to the bank, Adam Peterson. The 10,000 payday is yours. Adam Peterson becomes the first ever Pro-lite rider to win an AMSOIL Dominator.
Hi again. That felt pretty good. A little redemption from last night. Wore the right colors tonight. Never would have expected it. Came into today, I was super tired from a long weekend. I was kind of regretting racing. I was like, man, why am I here? It's Sunday, I should be at home. But it totally paid off.
How do you feel to put your name on that trophy?
That's insane. That's such an honor. Pro-lite Championship and now this. Couldn't ask for a better way to end the season.
Yeah, just arriving in Deadwood. How we doing back there, boys?
Doing good.
Still in.
Just battling it,
Really,
eh?
if you don't ride the truck on the way over, you can't do the hotel either.
We're just peons.
Calm down.
Yeah.